Green Goblin flies with hate and rage. Wonder size in their Amazon kingdom. Villains sneaking off the page. Can't you see they're just like us? Masking capes hide the pain. Heroes fall like mortal men. Comic books lie in the rain. Flash runs fast, but time won't stop. Cyborg hears the ticking clock. Aquaman in his ocean deep. Justice fought but never keeps. Behind the mask, the latest scars. Super strength can't hold their tears. Gadgets break and powers fade. Heroes dying, facing fears. Invisible jet lost.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, you cut off a good part.
Hello.
Well, it starts the video over, so I just cut it off there. It's a good song now. I get
It's
more.
really good.
Yeah, I like it more and more every time I hear it. I'm surprised.
Did
My
Rob do
intro's
the covers
average
for you, the
compared to-
AI covers, Kevin, or did you do those?
I did it on the same website he does.
Ah, okay.
I'm not near as good at it as him.
The Batman
I
ones
did
are
that,
still
and that's
weird.
what I've done.
I hear you.
He's going way beyond that now.
Yeah.
I'm amazed at what he does with it. But yeah, so what is everybody up to this week?
Working.
Well,
Yeah.
just getting Jim's comic books together to ship out tomorrow.
Eating squirrels.
And Lou, I'm going to send you the payment, and then I'm going to ship that out.
All right.
We'll do the trade.
Just chasing them, Jay, not actually catching them.
Feeding them.
I
could
could
easily catch them. All I gotta do is just stick my hand down, and one of them will hop in it.
Oh, really?
I thought you said
They are
chasing
about
squirrels.
friendly as can be.
No, friendly, my ass. them little bastards are a bunch of squirvenile delinquents. They mugging me for my crackers and cookies.
Oh, I bet.
The neighbor ladies in the building in front of mine put a bunch of tulips down on the ground, or down in the ground. The squirrels went and replanted like 5 of them out in the middle of the yard. So we got random tulips growing.
I don't know old Handy Luke, but I don't have room for any more.
What did you say?
I
don't
won't be
Whoever
on
that is
long.
in the background in the furry costume, I don't have room for anyone right now.
There's
Wait,
someone in the
Oh.
back with the furry costume. What the
Yeah.
heck?
I
What
don't
the
have my
heck?
comments on, so
Oh, by the way, I think I need to go buy a lottery ticket tomorrow.
Here, if someone's in the back, I'll
nah, they're gone. I don't know who it was anyway because they didn't have their name. Yeah.
I won't be on air long because I'm what you call old.
I had to come outside because not Vogs is smoking and it made me want a cigarette. So
No.
Yeah.
I have nothing to show tonight. I know other people may.
No, I got nothing.
I know that guy,
We'll have some.
the winner from tonight, has some stuff to show.
Oh, I'm sure.
I brought my big muscles.
No rush. I just, if you want me to show it, I will. Well, I won't.
Yeah.
If nobody wants me to. No.
I don't think I have anything to show that's brand new. I mean,
Okay.
I can dig out stuff.
What you got, man?
Yeah, not a problem.
You ain't gonna be here long, so if you want
Did you get that from
me,
Bruce?
that'll be cool.
Come on.
I think the
What's
dog
that,
might.
the Ashcan?
No.
Yeah,
Oh,
Bruce
no.
sent me this for free. He sent us an AOK, man. I was like, that's
Oh,
pretty
wow.
awesome. Mark Spears Monsters. Woo.
Dude, how can the man who's half fucking head of lettuce, half human, get the hot chick like that?
He stole it.
I read the book.
The money. He's got money.
My friend Ron Pilsner Props on Whatnot. He sent me a bunch of these. This is another AOK. Look at this. Somebody out there really likes me. Thank you, Ron. We got Wolverine number 9. I'm almost done with this Wolverine 1 through 100 run. So thanks to Ron.
Yeah, I'm still putting yours together. I just need to get some cardboard to put in it.
So we got Wolverine 30. It's part of that the Lazarus Project thing they did.
I remember that
We
one.
got some Silvestri. Look at this one. This is cool.
Yeah.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, I was reading Wolverine back then.
I
Texiera
got
did
all the 30s
some
and
of those
40s
too, didn't
now, guys. So we
Nice.
got this right here was the last one in the 40s I needed. That's number 42. And thanks to him, I got all the 50s now because I got 52,
Nice.
53, Silvestri, 54. That's not Silvestri. 58. Ooh, looks like I was moving faster than the speed of light there. 50, 60.
I like that one.
Teixeira, Tex. Look, we got a Tex.
Yeah, I knew Tex
Oh,
was
yeah.
doing some of those. Yeah.
Another Tex, 63. And we got this is Adam Kubert. This is 92.
Oh yeah, that's
think I have-
definitely not.
I have that one.
I don't know what it is. The palette they use, the effect that McFarlane and Liefeld and them had on art overall. But the '90s, you can just tell it when you look at the cover.
Yeah.
Nice.
213.
Sabretooth.
This is a cool
to
issue.
close
This is
the
actually a key issue. I don't know what the significance actually is. Does anybody know? I don't know. I know it's
No.
Oh
what
yeah,
is it?
yeah. It's the first. What do you call it? Second part of the first fight.
Yep.
okay.
Second part of the first fight between Sabretooth and Wolverine.
Okay.
Yep.
The end of it then. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, 212
Of course.
is the first part.
These are
Yeah.
all from Pill's New Crops. 41. We got Gung Ho. I think it's the Mike Zeck cover. It looks like it got Gung Ho, Snake Eyes, and it's like a wetsuit in a roadblock
That
having a firefight.
okay. As a Marine, that's a good depiction of him because every Marine I know has had a pair of panties on their head at one point.
His panties.
Fair enough.
I got another copy of this one. That's my double of that. But the other one's a newsstand copy. So now I have the direct copy as well. And then speaking of, this is Andy Kubert. Speaking of the Kuberts, he did this one. This is like the new run. I think I have a copy of that one.
What is that?
And then thanks to Flat Earth Santa, I have this. He put it in the box. Santa bought it for $2
Oh, cool.
and sent it to me. That's pretty cool.
I've never read that.
Nice.
I like Tim Sale and Jeff Loeb's okay. I just never have read it. Seems like everybody I know's got one.
Nice.
We'll get you one, Kevin.
Great
Don't worry.
story. From
Well, I can read it
every-
online.
Will?
Yeah.
I
Will,
keep
you're
forgetting
gonna love
I
this
can
one.
do that.
What is that? Which one?
It's booty shaking.
Like,
What one is that? X-Men one.
X-Men number 6.
is that art or real?
Art.
No, that's art.
God,
That right there
I
is
swear
a work of art, too.
that
There,
looks real.
okay.
The seams in the
Nice.
Will's got to go to the washroom right about now.
X-Men number
Couple
6
minutes.
Rogue from. Oh, I see it. Yeah, I see it. It's a
Magic.
pricey book.
Number 1. It is?
we
Like
shaped
10
it.
bucks.
Cool.
Just one day.
It's like $10. People
I
want it.
swear to God,
I got a Goodwill all the time, and sometimes I'm surprised.
the problem is the lady who I was riding with and hanging out with, she's like uber religious. So
Hey, Dean Miller.
I couldn't convince her to go try them on for me to see if
Dude,
Oh my goodness.
so yeah. I swear they were there. And had I had $1.99 in cash on me, I would have bought them just because.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean the Goodwill price tag on it, and what it was enough for me to frame them.
For what?
It the my
We shape
whatever.
nipple covers.
Yes, those. Yes, they were at the Goodwill.
Mm,
I really should have bought them.
I'm exhausted.
Yeah, I like that road cover. It's pretty cool.
Well,
Yeah,
quit
it is.
staying up so late, man.
I worked. That's why I'm
It
tired.
does look photorealistic. I don't know who that is.
Alright,
Anybody know
bro.
who that is though?
I
like
saw it a minute ago. Let me look.
Hold it up. Yeah. Oh, not that close.
I
was
saw
showing
a
you the
minute
secret.
ago. 1 sec, Matt.
I was showing you the
I
secret.
That
I drew
is.
that
That is
from
actually
memory.
it's a guy whose name is Jay. It's oh wait,
Told ya.
no. I see
Told ya.
2 different artists. I don't know. I'll let
Marco
Glenn look it up.
Mark Torino.
It's got a
Yeah.
M.
Is it?
That's my pin name.
Turini. Torini. Marco
Oh,
Torini.
That's my pin.
There's
yeah,
a
that's my
signature
pin
by her
name.
buttocks,
That's who I
by
am.
her bum. It's like a MX. It looks like MT. That might be MT right
Yeah,
there.
it's
That's what that is, right?
MT, yeah,
MT.
Mark-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark Torino.
Yeah, MT. Yeah,
Reno. Never heard of him.
me neither. But I
There's
like
so many artists that use the computer now to make everything look so good. It's hard to
Yeah.
keep up with
Yeah.
them, man.
It's true. Like art term.
Yep.
I couldn't even
I like
begin
art
to
term
do
though. I
that.
think it looks. I mean, it's got a good aesthetic to it. I guess that's why I
Yeah.
collect them.
Definitely. I pick them up every now and then. I hear you, Henry.
Oh, jeez,
Turtle,
yeah.
yes,
I've been all over the weapon.
The good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. The stuff that my little brother lost.
Yep. Nope. Well, they need to fix these things, man.
Yeah, they're not going to.
Right?
So did I win? I won that Negan book too
Yeah.
today. Oh man!
You're
I
on
said,
a
giveaways.
I got one that's in the swag the too.
Okay, cool.
'Cause
Hey,
he's a
you
big
know what? I've
Walking Dead
won so many giveaways from you. I might as well just send you those books you claim.
I'm not going to say that. Come on, connect.
I'll probably just bring them. Well, if you come down, we're going to the.
Oh, I forgot. I got to turn the damn thing on. Hold on.
Will is gonna love the covers. Some of the covers I get tomorrow.
Not gonna be any Q-tips in there.
girly books type stuff. I take it then, Glenn.
Yeah. Ebas Witchblade stuff.
Ah. I think the only thing you'd like more would be Tomb Raider
Like a rogue.
stuff. Yeah, Rogue or Tomb Raider.
Yeah. Well, I do have no. Well, Tomb Raider is part of it.
Mm-hmm.
In the one, it's a J Company. It's got Witchblade and Tomb Raider and basically all the top cow.
Yeah.
I know we're really talking comics, but I did get lucky on some of the brand new Pokemon today. I actually went into a Dollar Tree who almost never, ever have Pokemon, even though they're supposed to.
Yeah.
And they have all, the people never put the stock up at this place, it seems. Most of your shopping is done off the carts where they roll the boxes out to be stocked.
Yeah,
And sure enough, I'm standing there looking at the toy pallet and, oh, I know that box. And sure enough, it was a fresh case of brand new Journey Together. So I
Nice.
grabbed about 6 packs.
Oh wow.
Then I hid 6 packs behind the Hot Wheels.
So, is that a good deal for the packs? $5 a pack?
$5, yeah. That's standard price. That's what they should be. If you go to, what is it, GameStop, they're $5.99, $6.99 maybe now. They're getting to where they're retail places aren't charging retail price anymore. They're marking them up. And places that aren't marking them up, they get sold so fast. Mostly by people that are reselling them on eBay.
Yeah. Looks like you got a hit already. Can see it.
These are hitting a lot. My buddy Chance with Collectibles.
Uh-huh.
We were streaming with him last night, and he had a hobby, not a hobby box. I don't know, one of the boxes that has 20 packs in it or something.
Yeah.
And he got like 7 hits out of that one box.
Wow, that's pretty good.
These are definitely doing better at giving hits than the last 2 are. That whatever it was, Surging Sparks was terrible. But that just means these won't be worth as much. That's not a hit.
No, the one oh
Just a
okay.
standard rare.
Yeah, I thought it was a hit because it was
Yeah,
shiny.
you see that edge.
Yeah, you get all excited.
You see that edge and it's all different colors. You know you got something.
Yeah.
I like shiny.
Or if it's gold, it blinds you.
Yeah.
But I like
Shiny
that
things are always
Bag on.
I like things that are shiny, Jay, and that jingle. You know what I mean? So if you jingle in my face, I'll get really distracted. Or if
I
you
like
jiggle,
things.
or
I like
if
things.
like Rogue
that-
would jiggle something else in front of me. You know, I would get distracted.
I like things
Hey,
that
look, it's Jay. It's Jay's card.
Yes.
I like
Yes.
things that are pink, unlike
I
Jay
do too.
Thompson.
Got to be jelly because jammed up.
I know a
shit
few of
like
them guys too. Yeah, ruffians.
Is it just me, or does that guy look like he works like at a fast food restaurant?
Hey, it's
Because
not a
he
ferret.
does.
It's a ferret.
I like furrets. They're cute.
I'd feed it.
Of course.
And that's a big giant bug thing.
That looks like
Yeah,
an
low
airplane.
kicks.
And a whale lord.
Oh god, those things are fucking ginormous. It's
They're
hilarious.
freaking
I
common
mean, it's
and
not like there's small whales anywhere.
Okay.
absurd.
Gene, you should jump on in a minute.
Okie dokie.
Whenever it frees up.
I'll just show the stuff that I'm reading, you know.
Yeah.
Some of it's quite interesting. It's all indies.
Wingle.
I love how
He's
it's on a
cute.
life raft. That's
Right.
awesome.
There's that pig that looks like a watermelon.
Yeah.
It's
That
pink
evolves
around.
into
Wow.
almost a woolly mammoth pig.
Actually, after he won the race.
Shellmet.
Yeah.
It looks like it's a helmet eating a fish, but
It does. It does.
And it's a steel bug when it evolves. Oh yeah, dragon. There you go.
Well
Shell
done.
guy.
It's a pelican.
yeah.
Yep.
Their New Orleans card. Clink Clang.
A car gear.
Oh, Ian's the trainer. Ian. Oh, Ian's castle.
Oh, woo, a castle. Great. Oh, it's
Mr.
Michael
Mime.
Jackson.
Oh God.
Michael Jackson.
Articuno. Oh, come on. Where's my hit? Meowscarada. Yeah, I was sitting here talking it up about how it's got so many hits in it. And here I've
Yeah,
opened 3
you
packs and
liar.
haven't gotten one.
Liar.
Well, you know they're probably hidden behind the Hot Wheels for some little kid to
Probably
find
because
to
they're
buy
the
it.
How many of these did you get?
He got 6 of them.
6
And he
packs.
hit
Should have got
6 more.
them all, man.
I know. Well, did you catch what I said though? There's 12 in a box. I bought 6.
I know.
The other
I
6
know.
are behind the Hot Wheels.
Yeah, and I mean, right now, I'm telling you, that's the worst place to hide them, man. You should have went and hid them
Jay.
behind.
Oh no,
the
they're on a lower shelf back behind the boxes, not the single Hot Wheels.
Uh-oh.
You should have put them in those
So,
bottom shelves at the bottom of the stuff where no
I
one,
didn't think about that.
no of the employees ever
Overlooked
go
there.
in there.
You should have put them you should have put them in the tampon section. The kids are never going to look there.
Yeah.
No,
Hey,
those
look,
mama-
it's a
mama
sheep.
They kind of stand out there though.
hey, look, it's such a. Oh, send that one to Jay. It's a fat
No, the
squirrel.
giant
Jay,
squirrel.
look.
Greet it.
Oh, that's
The
cool.
gluttonous tail.
Looks like the little
Tail.
bastard that runs up my door.
Little bastard.
Regis.
Reggie
Killed it.
Ice.
Get a hit.
Why does it have a top hat? Go back, Jay. Who does he think he is? Scrooge
What?
McDuck with a top hat?
Oh
I
God,
don't
That's
that's
know.
not
not
a top hat. That's his
feathers.
feathers. That's a bad haircut.
Crown. Yeah, it's a bad haircut.
Like a kingfisher.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, there you go.
Restaurant.
That's a nice hit.
Do you keep your hits or do you sell them, Kevin?
It depends on what they're worth and whether or not I
That's
like them. This one, I keep like
You're okay.
some Pikachus. I
Yeah.
got a whole bunch of Pikachus.
It's a sheep.
Double.
Again.
Double.
Headbutt.
Headbutt.
How many points?
Headbutt.
More people.
Right.
Where's your mama?
Come here, I want to see you.
Ooh.
Jessica, come here.
Go ahead.
You're over here.
Come here. Come here, sweetheart. Oh, dear dear.
Hey, Kevin, did the storm didn't hurt your garden any, did it?
No.
That's good.
Man, we got lucky. About we were in a tornado warning for about 20 minutes.
Oh man.
The front came through so fast and it just it was here and gone and didn't really do much at my house. Pretty bad winds blew a few things around the yard, but
And a blanket for her.
I got in the car and went to go to get some supper, and
Sure, it don't matter.
there was two
You
giant
can grab
trees.
one of those off the couch. I mean, doesn't matter.
Yeah, I went and there was two big trees down on some of the roads headed between here and the neighborhood roads I take, and I was like, dang man, it was almost borderline tornado, I guess, just a couple of blocks from me.
Just be lucky you're not up here. 3 days ago it was 80 degrees. Yesterday it was snowing. Today it was back up to 65.
Dang,
Wow. Yeah, we haven't had any cold since
Iowa, baby.
weeks ago. What, March 15th or something like that. 2 weeks ago was the last time we had anything below 40. So my plants
That
are
was,
good.
that was yesterday.
Yeah, well, that's why you can't, if you live where you are, you can't plant for another 2 months, probably.
Oh.
May something.
So, speaking of planting, my sister's
Maybe
looking for volunteers at her work because they're remodeling a section of the botanical gardens, and she needs someone to help rehome some of these exotic plants.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shoot, I wish I could rehome for money some of the aloe I got in the garage. I must have about 10 aloe vera plants. Anywhere from the mama plant's 3 foot tall and it keeps shooting out little pups. So I keep planting them.
Part of the problem with this
15 of them.
because she works in a botanical garden, some of those plants are copyrighted.
Oh yeah.
And they're unable to be owned anywhere except for where the copyright holder says they can go. So they can't just say, here, Jay, have a plant. No,
Right.
they physically have to destroy them. And
that's silly.
that's gonna kill some people.
Yeah.
So she's like, yeah, last time we did that.
All right,
10
Gene. As soon as
10
I got space, I'll bring you on. I only have room for 6 people.
Who are you talking about?
Gene Mallow's in the back.
Oh, Jean Malo.
I can zip out.
Have a good night, Glenn.
Yeah, it's getting. I know it's getting your time.
Yep. Yep.
Have a good night, Glenn.
Yeah, everyone have fun. Bye.
Have a good one, man. It was a great show tonight. Hey,
Hey,
Gene.
John.
Hey,
How's
hey,
it going?
Hey, John, have you shown Jay, aka NotVogs18, your hoodie?
I heard something about naughty books, so
he had to come on.
well I was looking through my stack and I have a couple, so
Oh, show your naughty books.
Cool.
Yes, sir.
maybe the guys want to see naughty books. So
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that a couple
We're-
books or a
but
couple?
everything's
It's
covered.
halfway
I
level.
use tape. I use tape to cover the
Oh, okay.
offensive part.
Well, I have a
John,
few.
Gene,
I have a
I've
few
got
indies I was going to show before.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and check out the indies.
Yes, Gene,
right
I
ahead.
gotta send you a picture of Vampirella I picked up a few months ago.
Oh,
Oh,
let me
where'd
see
he
that.
go?
What happened?
He slid across the screen.
Magic. You're a magician.
I
You've
just
been
gotta figure out
teleported.
which one
You're a
works.
wizard. You're a wizard. He's a witch. He's a witch.
He's a witch.
Just
Burn him.
Hello,
There we
everybody. I've really been getting into Mad Cave lately.
Yeah, I like Mad Cave.
Yeah. Hold on a second.
He's like, woman, shut the fuck up.
All right.
Okay.
I thought you fainted.
Go, what was it? Thundar Owner. Yeah.
One title I've really been enjoying is the Gatchaman title.
Yes, I've heard great things.
Battle of the
yeah.
Planets.
And I mean, I watched the cartoon as Battle of the Planets as a kid, and then I found out it was a different cartoon, Gatchaman, and they cut out about half of it, so I watched that. And then getting this, I don't know who the cover artist is. It's not Alex Ross, because I know for Image Alex Ross did a miniseries of this, but this is really, really cool. Really
Sandman,
good.
by the way, I know Glenn bought that Ren and Stimpy 1. Dude, you don't need to throw in any more. I just wanted issue 1.
Oh, okay.
That's all I wanted. All I wanted was just issue 1.
Well, I'm going to throw the rest in just to get him out of the house, okay?
Okay. I'll take them.
Yeah, Paul in the 619 is a huge Gotcha Man fan. He's got all those and the Battle of the Planets. He's been trying to get all the old Whitman Battle of the Planets.
Yeah, those are hard to find.
Yeah.
At least in good grade.
So he might know who that cover artist is. He might know.
And then they're also killing it with Defenders of the Earth. And I love those guys. They're all the old heroes. Most of them are Lee Falk, except for Flash Gordon. You know, that's Alex Raymond and whatnot. But, and then, you know, these beautiful Phantom covers have really, I love the Phantom. Phantom's just cool.
Yep.
And then I have to.
They didn't need to make a good movie of the Phantoms. That's something they never did. They had, I think they made the one, but it really wasn't.
Who would be a good actor for
I thought Billy Zane actually did a good
That's
job.
who it was,
in that
Billy
movie.
Zane. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
he
could have
did
been
a
a better
good job.
story.
Getting the
Christy
original, the original idea of the Phantom. You know, the 1940s version. And then the cartoon Phantom 2040 was incredible.
Right.
Another thing I'm reading right now is those ACG reprints that I got, where they grabbed a lot of their books from the 50s and 60s and some obscure stuff like their heroes and sci-fi stuff, and they reprinted it in black and white in the 80s and 90s.
Oh, that's cool. And that's
I remember
the
the heroes.
original Green Lantern outfit.
Well, actually, this guy's called Nemesis. He's the
Yeah.
he's the first hero, and then they had Magic Man, the Fighting
Of
Five,
another suit.
and
Green
a whole
Lantern
bunch of stuff.
They kind of they did a little copying without getting close enough to infringe upon certain people's copyrights.
Exactly. And then this thing I didn't even know about, so I was happy to get it.
Starhawks. Ooh.
Oh, cool.
What this is a very rare sci-fi cartoon strip that was
Gil Kane.
syndicated in the 70s with all Gil Kane art, and the writer was Ron Goulart. I didn't even know this existed, and I ended up getting all that AGC did, which looks like it's about 9 or 10 issues. So
Nice.
yeah, and I can't wait to sit down and read this. It's going to be fun. I'm hoping Gil Kane's art fits. That's very Ditko-esque.
Yeah.
The covers are nice.
Oh yeah. See, and right there you got the Ditko hand gesture, but it's Gil Kane. You know, you can
Yeah.
tell it's Kane.
It's Kane.
Yep. So this should be a really, really, really fun read.
Yeah.
And yeah, I believe that's the last one. That's issue 9 or 10. Yep. And that should be incredibly fun to read.
Yeah.
I
never
I
heard of
know.
that.
Yep, ACG did a lot of reprinting stuff. They even reprinted some of the Gorgo books in black and white too, and I thought that was kind of neat. But I have those already. They called those Attack of the Atomic Mutant Monsters.
Huh.
You know.
I remember seeing ACG, but it's not something you see very much. They
Yeah,
must have low print runs on stuff.
Yeah, when I see them in dollar bins or $2 bins, I grab them up. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So that's going to be fun. And then I know Boggs keeps bugging me about this, but I'm not giving it up. Because,
No, I wouldn't. I would get mad if you did. That's beautiful.
But
Is
we
that a
all know.
collection of Stevens stuff?
No, this is we've got.
Oh yeah, I wanted it too. I was asking about it. I thought
This has got Frank Frazetta Tarzan. It's got Matt Baker Sheena. It's also got Rula, Judy of the Jungle, Cave Girl, Nyoka, Camila, Kaanga.
All the old pulp.
Yeah, all the Golden Age stuff. And another thing, if you guys really like Frazetta, this is another one you need to look out for right here. The Haunted Horseman.
Haunted Horseman. Yeah.
I have that. They had to change the name because it's actually the original Carter Slade Ghost Rider. But Frazetta did this, and Bill Black was able to reprint all the Frazetta issues because at the time, before the daughter took over the estate and copyrighted everything he did, it was all public domain. So
right, I remember that.
Yep. And so look out for this issue. If you see it, it's Frazetta, you know?
Yeah.
Jim, I'll send you a video of what I picked up the other day. It's only $4.
Oh, that's still cool. I think I saw it. But yeah, I love this. There's so much deep dive information on the old book.
Like that.
And then before every story, there's usually a page talking about that character and book.
Yeah.
And they give you a 2-page breakdown of all the Jungle Lords and ladies that came out.
Wow.
30s
So
and
it's like an annotated edition on top of being reprints.
Yeah.
That's what I always liked about Gladstone comics. That's why I like them so much, because they do that. You know, they give you the backstory to the story.
Yeah.
Inside the front cover and stuff.
Yeah. Yep. And I really like that they did that with their EC comic reprints too.
Yeah.
They gave you the backstory.
A lot of detail on those.
Oh yeah, and I loved it. It was phenomenal stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, even though my main favorite books from their EC reprints were the Weird Science and Weird Science Fantasy, because it had the best Wally Wood art in it.
Yeah.
All the others were so full. That's why when Matt sold me it was either the hardback Vault of Horror they put out or Tales from the Crypt. My wife loves that stuff, and I had to get it for her because he gave me such a sweet deal. And it's all
like Fist and Tales, the war stuff. I thought that was great.
Yeah, those were good. But he gave me a great deal on it, and that
it was my uncle's book.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
And I loved it for all the annotated deep dives they did on there, on the stories, the art, and all that. And they go into Kurtzman, they go into Gaines, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
wow. But you know, one thing they brought up, he should have done the magazine sooner. He should have started them when Wortham was looking into them. He should have just said, "We're cutting the comic line. Let's all do magazines. Don't have to worry about it." You know,
Right. Exactly.
No.
Yep. But at least we got Mad, and Mad survived for decades. I mean, what? Mad
It's
survived
still
up until
around,
the-
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
It
no,
was-
this
it
new
was
Mad,
made.
that's not
it's
the
a-
Mad.
Yeah.
That's
it
No,
was
not
no,
all.
it hasn't been the same since Bill died.
Yeah. And that
I
was
would
what?
read.
the
I would
90s?
read my older brother's copies.
Yeah.
As my
What
older
did you
brother
have,
bought
Gene?
Mad
I'm
magazine.
interested.
I read
He
my
said he had
cousin's
some.
my older cousin's copies of heavy metal. So I
Yeah.
got
Kevin, you have to
Don
go
Martin.
to Gene.
And
He had
John
some-
another indie
Martin,
book
Spy
I'm
versus
reading.
Spy.
yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
love those. And
I'm getting
Smith
into
Street.
Mystery. Yeah, remember
used
Max
to-
Collins' Mystery?
Yep.
Yes.
When those first came out, I was buying them. When
Yep.
Eclipse, I think, or Renegade. Okay.
Yeah, Renegade
you went to
Renegade did it
Eclipse.
first. Yep, then it went to Eclipse and got full color, but it was originally
Right.
a black and white book. And
Yeah.
oh, if
Good
you
story.
love the noir detective stuff, that is great. And
It
keep
is.
in mind that book was so popular, people, that DC picked it up and gave them an exclusive contract.
That blew
They
my
could
mind
nothing.
that DC ended up printing
Mhm.
this tree. It's like
Yep.
that is so not like something of mainstream. But
So
let's see
did
what
you?
Team Lowe's got. I want to see these.
Yeah, thank you,
I
Kevin.
got
I was going to
I
say
got
for
a
the
run.
billionth
I'm
time.
fading.
And thank you for having me on.
All right, Jay.
Yeah.
Good
Y'all
night.
go
Right,
man.
Jay.
Behave.
I'll try.
Take care of them squirrels. I'll be watching.
Oh, people.
Okay. All right. Got to put my glasses on because there are cliff notes, I think. Nope, not in this one. I don't know what this is. It must be squirrel or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, is that? Wait.
Oh,
who's that?
Lordy.
Wow.
Squirrel Girl.
Well,
I think that's
he ain't
Squirrel.
showing.
Yeah.
That's
Damn
not
those
right.
thighs.
I didn't have to put any tape because she ain't showing. So
Right.
Damn, those thighs are.
Yes.
Hey,
Yeah.
Mark.
That's just horrible.
Oh, that's
What
pretty
kind of
nice.
comic is that? Is that a print?
That's
That's
oh,
a
what's
gun
that?
honey, isn't
number
it?
one.
Gun Honey?
Yes. Gun Honey.
Blood for blood, second print cover.
No.
This
Yeah.
is Art Germ.
Yeah. I see those in
Wait a minute.
whatever
Maybe
it's
I
called.
can get. There we go. That's a lot better.
Previews.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They always have about a
This one you've never seen.
cover.
Oh, I've
Condom.
seen Condom Man. The one shot indie from the 90s that actually has a lot of value to it.
Right.
Yeah, there's only 5,000 of these, and I've got 1915, or is it 1519 or something like that.
Wow.
That's
But
cool.
I'm part of a select group because
You want me to put it in the bedroom?
Comic Vantage, every time he sees those online, he picks them up to put in his mystery boxes. So yeah, the prices have jacked up ridiculously. This one I don't. This is Pharaoh's Lounge, Dirty Disney 2.
Oh,
Dirty.
Lord.
That- All right.
What is that rule
That's
of
Darth
the
Vader
internet?
and the Little Mermaid, and the Little Mermaid, they're showing her. Ooh.
What is it? Rule 32? If it exists, there's porn of it on the internet. Well, here
Yes,
we are.
unfortunately.
And these are my favorites. So
Probably.
Nice.
Probably.
Yeah. Heat Seeker, Gun Honey.
Lord.
Yeah.
Gun Honey. That's the one I see every month in previews.
I thought it was Penthouse.
Yeah.
It looked like a penthouse or something crazy.
Nice.
It practically is, man. They might as well just say it's Penthouse Comics, you know?
and they came in
I read,
those sleeves that you can't see
Gene
shit.
reads,
Right.
Oops.
Paperback.
Gene, he reads them for the article. Reason for the article.
Right.
Thank you for covering it up, Gene. That's very nice.
Yeah.
For now.
That was nice, Elvira.
Elvira.
Oh,
Here she is.
come on,
That's
Elvira.
Didn't have to cover anything up there. That's good.
I can't support
Yeah,
Elvira
Elvira.
anymore because she just hates her fans now, and she openly admits it. That seems to be
Really?
oh yeah.
Hey, we got the great legend is going to join us.
Legend.
What's
And
up,
so
man?
that was my naughty books.
All right.
What's up, Legend?
Fans, it's great to be here on Random Reads tonight with the one, the only Kevin, aka the Hardy Boys man. He's got the best Hardy Boys collections. We got my main man, brother Matt, who's got the Shield of the Cap Heroes for Hire comic club. And if you don't join the club, then you better get yours, Bob. And then we got Will Vogs 18. He's shouting us out every time. We got Jean Malot from French Canada, one of the great French Canadians of our world. And one of my personal favorites, Sandman Mystery Comics, where he'll sell you the books because the man has the looks. Man, no doubt about it. No
No, I
reason to
don't.
scream or shout it. But let's hear it.
He's like, what you lying about?
Love you, brothers.
Hey man, this face is made for radio, and I got a voice for print. So there you go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. How y'all doing tonight?
Good.
Good.
Tired, but good.
Amen.
Good,
I've been playing
I'm in good
video
shape for the
games.
shape I'm in.
Amen,
Yeah.
brother. I've been playing
Oh, yeah.
video
You're one of
games,
those
brother.
video
And
gamers.
Drew Manchu was playing as Captain America earlier.
I
man.
was going to say, let me guess, Rivals?
Rivals. We're addicted to that damn game, man. Oh my goodness.
That's
I-
why
The
there's
naughty
no way
side.
I'm going to play it.
I have not touched it. Is it a combo-based game like Street Fighter, or is it more like Marvel Alliance used to be, where you'd go through?
It's kind of takes a
It's
little
like
bit of
Fortnite.
all of those, but it's like Overwatch and Fortnite, where it's more team-based, but it's like a third-person shooter.
Oh, okay.
But it's kind of like Overwatch, but with Fortnite graphics and like.
You know what it
team play.
made me think of watching it? It made me think of World of Warcraft Battlegrounds.
My
Okay.
cat is getting jealous.
That's nice.
Oh,
I used to
Jim,
love those
that
Battlegrounds.
Marvel Alliance was
World of
fun, though. I
Warcraft. That
played
was
that.
so much fun.
I love
Same here.
Marvel
Enjoyed
Alliance,
Marvel Alliance.
man.
Yeah.
Y'all know I have my FF running every damn minute on Marvel Alliance. I'm a fantastic.
Do any of
I-
you guys
I've
have
seen the gameplay,
those
and I wanna get a-
consoles?
Have what?
Makes me get
Do
a-
you have? Do any of you have consoles?
Yeah,
I
we got
have one.
I'm sure
In-
Legend does.
I'm old fashioned. I have a
In the
Super
house?
Nintendo, a Nintendo, and a Sega Genesis. I'm old school. I'm old school.
Ah,
Yeah,
I do
we've
like
got
the
about
Genesis.
10 consoles. We've got everything from the original Nintendo to the PS4.
That's
And-
I've got the cheap little mini Atari that has all the freaking games on it, but it's only this big. And the same thing with the Nintendo ES, but I never play them. Whenever I play games, it's on my phone. But the last game I was serious about was World of Warcraft, and I played that for 10 years, 8 hours a day, every day.
Dude, you're power
I have
level.
a-
So I got off of it.
I
You
have
are
a Super
hardcore.
Nintendo Mini.
Oh,
I have
you
a
do?
Super
The mini, that's
Nintendo
so
Mini,
cool.
which is fun.
That's why I have.
Yeah, those are cool. I like the minis. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a-
And they
I
got the
have a
same
Sega Genesis,
controllers
a
and
Nintendo,
everything.
and I
That
have
was
a-
cool.
Oh, I do have a
I have a
GameCube.
Nintendo Game and Watch.
Oh,
You know the
wow,
little
that sounds cool.
Game and Watch handheld Nintendo games,
I
though?
do.
The Game and
I
Watch.
do.
Really?
Yeah.
Nintendo.
Those were cool.
Those
got a
are
Super
worth
Mario
some
one.
money, dude.
Right?
Yeah,
The Game & Watches are
The
worth
watch.
some money.
real nice. They're
I got a
in the,
little. I
It's
got a
the
little
same thing
stand.
as that
I bought a
that
3D
3D
printed
shit
stand
that you
on
have
an
there.
Etsy port, and I got it sitting on it.
that's
I got
cool.
a GameCube for one reason.
Oh, cool.
I've spent $30 on a copy of Super Monkey Ball because it's
Oh,
really
okay.
good. I love
Super
that
Monkey
game.
Ball was really fun, man. It
Dude,
was
that-
incredibly
It was the
fun.
greatest party game ever made to get drunk and party with.
I love those.
Until they came out with Mario Kart.
I
Yeah.
have the most expensive PS4 game that was ever made. It's the most valuable one out of the entire series.
Yeah.
Oh, and you know what it is? Godzilla.
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, and they went out of print 6 months after making it because it didn't sell well here. It was originally a PS3 game. They ported over for the PS4.
Yeah.
And as soon as it went out of print, it shot up from being a $50 game to a $100 game to a $150 game. And now a complete sealed one sells for $400 or $500, and a complete opened one's about $250. So
Yeah.
I bought my Super Nintendo Mini because there was 2 games that I played as a young adult, because I was an adult when that console came out. I'm old like shit, so.
So are most of us.
Contra 3, the Alien
Oh, yeah.
Wars.
Oh, yeah.
And the other one was Super Castlevania.
Oh,
That
yeah.
game was mental.
That was
Yeah.
You could hang on hooks and you could swing like Tarzan. I mean, and you had almost like boomerang crosses that you could throw.
Yep.
You double up, triple up. You could throw 3 at a time. That was great. So you got rid of a lot of enemies that way. You throw 3 of those crosses.
Hey, Legion.
And just run like crazy. I had so much fun with that game. So that's why I bought it. I bought for those 2 games. I want to get the Nintendo because I want Castlevania, the original one.
Yeah. Wasn't that the first person shooter? Castlevania?
No,
that was
that was a side scroller.
3D.
Yeah, it was one of the best side scrollers. So
Wolfenstein 3D was the first person. Wolf 3D.
All right, I'm gonna. Guys, I gotta go. I didn't realize it's almost 9 o'clock on my end, and I got to get up at 3:45 for work.
All right.
So,
all right, Jim.
I
Thanks
will,
for coming back.
Morning by 9 o'clock.
Thanks for having me on, man. I really appreciate it. It's always a pleasure. I'll see you guys later. And now you can let on other people who want to come on and hang out.
If anybody does, they're welcome to. Good night, Jim.
That's cool. What game are you playing?
It's just a game and watch. You only got it's got Super Mario, Mario 3, and all built into it.
Oh, that's cool.
That come out before that? Well, that was after the GameCube or the Game Boy, though, wasn't it?
No.
Oh yeah.
These came out in the 80s. This is a special edition.
Right.
Boom.
Color.
And then I got a little base. So I got this 3D printed base. I just put it on there. And
oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
I got some Nintendo games. This is the only Nintendo games I have right now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
One of my favorite overhead shooters, Tiger Healy.
Oh yeah.
We got Super Mario Brothers.
Original, yeah.
Ninja Gaiden.
Nice.
That's real good. That's a good game.
You know who collects games like that is Evil Mike.
Teenage
Ninja
You know what? They need to take all them old classic games, just make them play exactly the same. Don't change anything.
They do have the Turtle collection.
Just
I got that on my Switch, Great Legend. Yeah. I got that on the Switch Lite. Yeah.
I know they have with some of them, but they need to do it with all the old classics.
Yeah.
Could you imagine Defender with modern day graphics that plays exactly like the original Defender without all the really fancy shit they put in there? Because now they do those retro games and they add all this crap in that ain't the same.
You can get emulators for a PC.
Yeah. I've played quite a few on emulators, but shoot, now most of the ones I want to play, you can go to a website and just play them through the website.
Yeah.
So Defender's pretty OG, so that's like one of those top 10 80s games.
Yeah. That was my favorite one in the arcade days.
Mm-hmm. My brother-in-law, his too. That was his favorite Defender.
The next games I'm going to get, I got to get some more Sega games. I used to have Maximum Carnage. I need to get it again.
Ooh,
I love that game. I just like the old school stuff. Like I need to get I want to get RBI and then Super Mario 2. I still need to get and Contra.
You got Spider-Man Sega Genesis with the Kingpin?
No,
Spider-Man.
I used to have
That's
all
a
those.
good
I sold them like an idiot, and then now I want them back.
Yeah, that Spider-Man one was just really fun. I thought that was
Shit,
until that time, I thought that was the best Spider-Man video game I'd ever played.
That X-Men game was hard.
What's the
X-Men
Spider-Man
Arcade.
one that came out on PlayStation back in 2020?
Oh yeah, I remember
Good
that
Tobey
recent
Maguire one.
That was a killer game. I didn't play it, but I watched my roommate play the whole damn thing.
Dude, yeah. Those games, yeah.
It had all the different suits. You could get suits that didn't even exist in the comics and movies and shit.
I saw a game. I want to know if anybody's heard of this one though. You know how Switch? I was checking the Switch store, and they have a G.I. Joe game. It's like a side scroll game. It looks like they modded Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game, but you can put like Snake Eyes and Duke in there, and you go through here, and it looks pretty cool. I'm gonna download it.
Yeah, I got a Switch too. Well, I'll have to give you my little friend. I'm a friend with C. Woodard and Caroline, Lady Fantastic, but that's my only friends I have.
Okay, yeah.
On Nintendo. I need more Nintendo buddies.
I'll message you my username. I just like having the Switch Lite for like trips. Like if I'm on a 6-hour trip, you know, just sit there and play. I got all the total collection on there, you know, and
it's best handheld system. That and a 3DS. I still have my 3DS. So like,
3DS.
But, I did play a little bit of that Super Mario World, the one where you can walk around and go in the walls and be back in the old Super Mario games and stuff.
I keep hearing about
that on the Switch.
It makes me want to get an Xbox.
Yeah, we have an Xbox. It's good. We play Marvel Rival. We play WWE. It's crazy.
Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Speaking of WWE, did you see Cody Rhodes cross the road our boy Cena the other night?
I did. I say that. I seen it.
I remember not too long ago.
You know, my older brother.
If you had a decent PC, you could play a lot more games than you could on any consoles.
Yeah, yeah. If you had a good system.
You know what I miss is those old
Sierra games. Now it's kind of leveled out because like the PC market has gone down a lot. I mean, you don't have like you used to have a lot of magazines about high-end PCs, and now there's barely any.
Yeah, it's because the dedicated consoles have kind of took over the gaming.
Did any of y'all ever play Leisure Suit Larry in the Land of the Land?
Oh, cool. Aliens.
Yeah, that's a great Sierra online adventure game.
Yeah,
Sierra Adventures.
Oh, cool.
Williams. I like
Metal
games. Oh, that's Alien. Oh, that was a good movie.
I got something better than that.
Aliens.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's cool. The 3D movie.
Wait a minute. Look for it.
Oh,
holy crap.
Dude, that looks
that's
so cool.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, brother, that's neat.
And that they had a bunch of these on McFarlane Toys website. There was there was Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th. There was Rocky.
That looked cool.
Rocky.
I'd love to see the Rocky.
The Godfather.
Oh, Godfather.
There was a bunch.
At McFarlane's website.
Do you remember that Leisure Suit Larry game though? You had to like answer questions. So that
the adult questions, right?
Yeah.
Like to play the game. Yeah, dude, that was my friend had that. I didn't have that one, but yeah, dude, my friend had a lot of those. Like, I was just good to get King's Quest and Quest for Glory. That's the one my dad got us. Those
I
were
had
awesome.
King's Quest.
Police Quest was pretty good too, but I didn't really
Police
understand
Quest.
it.
Them early RPG games.
Yeah.
Before the multiplayer ones.
Yeah, they were really fun. I like the other one. What Lucas did called LucasArts did the island, Monkey Island, Curse of the Monkey Island.
Oh yeah, I never played it. I remember wanting to play that.
It was Guy Threepbrush, and he was this guy that became the hero of the story. But he reminded me of Leisure Suit Larry a lot.
What was that big one? Oh, Mist.
Yeah,
MYST. That
Mist,
was a
and
killer
then
PC game.
Revan came out as the sequel. That Revan
Right,
game.
Ribbon. Yeah.
But yeah, Mist was great.
Dude, some of them puzzles were just too fucking hard. And you
Yeah,
didn't have the internet to look them up on.
I know, dude. I was like 5th, 6th grade. I didn't know what the hell we was doing.
Oh,
Yeah.
What was that
Full
game?
throttle.
Was it Zork or
That-
something?
that-
He had like a
Throttle,
thing.
that was great.
That
Pick
was
up
cool.
hammer, drop
Full
hammer.
throttle. That
Oh,
was
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I'm falling asleep.
Gabriel Knight.
Oh, that one, Gabriel Knight. Yeah, that one had a lot of sequels too.
I remember
going to bed.
there was one part that you had.
You going
There
to
were
bed, Will?
spotlights.
Yeah, I'm going to
Spotlights
bed.
going
Good
like
night,
this
guys.
on the floor.
All right. Good night,
and
Will.
Good
observatory.
night, everybody.
And you had to walk
Good night, Will.
when the spotlights are not there. You had to
Oh, yeah.
walk from
Yeah,
one
the
place
Gabriel
to another.
Knight. Yeah, Those
That
games
was
are great.
great, man. That was
God,
that
they
was
need to make more of those. They made it one for Xbox. I think it came out on Xbox One or the PS4. It was called King's Quest something or other, but it was like him kind of going back through his life. He was telling his granddaughter or grandson about his life. It was a fun one, and the graphics are all updated and brand new, but they still have the old storyline. So if you played the originals, you'll get to have you'll remember all those stories in the new one,
Right.
but you replay them. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, I like those games because they really were good for me as a kid because I love the stories and fairy tales, and they had always mixed like Little Red Riding Hood was, I think, Three Bears was in one of them, and they always had a good fun gimmick on them, you know.
You had to have a system that was half decent. Unfortunately, mine was like slow.
Oh, really? Yeah. The one I first played, we had the King's Quest 5, but my brother's computer, my aunt, she got it for him. She was pretty well off. He got a 486. It was the model right before the Pentium 1 came out, pretty much.
Yeah, AMD made 586s.
Oh wow, dude, AMD awesome.
I remember I had one. I had a 586. It was used, but that thing compared to the 486 I had before was like twice as fast.
Yeah, play some nice games on it, I bet. Shoot.
The only game I wanted to play was Wolf 3D.
Yeah, Wolf 3D.exe.
It was so freaking long. I mean, to find all the secrets, to find all the secret passageways, the walls that you pushed.
Yeah, with that space bar, man, that's a good game. Get the gold. They had those gold chalices,
and you could use your mouse. Even in DOS, you could use your mouse, which was great because then you can control where the hell you're going.
Yeah.
You didn't need a big system to play those.
Yeah.
That game would played on anything. And in those days, I remember loading mine on real floppies.
Oh yeah.
The big ones, the 5.5, was it 5.25? 5.25.
It was 5.25. It was the early 80s. I remember my uncle loaded the games with those floppies. I was only like about 5 years old though, but yeah, those big 5.25s. And then later, when I got to maybe about 10, they started putting them on that plastic 3.5 floppy.
And then you had to have a sound card in your PC because if you didn't have a sound card, you can't drive any speakers. That was cool.
Yeah, sound card. Sound Blaster was one my brother had.
Yeah,
you know, classic.
And I think there was Audigy. The other one, I think there was two.
Yeah.
And the second one was more expensive, but they were advertising it as having more functions or whatever.
That's so cool. We got a big shout out, Kev, in the chat. Collector's Conquest. He's new here, invited by the great Christina Payne, and everyone knows that girl's name because when you meet her, you'll never be the same. She's just so good, and she's for our neighborhood. So we're glad you're here, Collector's Conquest, and we're going to be formal. and we're going to be nice, and we're going to be the best because that rhymes with conquest.
That's right. And you know, her last name may be Payne, but she's no pain.
That's right.
Good, about the love.
You know what I mean? That's right. Spread the love in the community, people.
Oh yeah,
That's a
there
cool
we go.
cover. Is that
There
a
we
gorilla
go.
doing the here's Johnny?
Cinderella is like a homage.
Now we're talking.
That's a good homage.
Claim.
She must have a strong chest to be able
What
to
if you
bust
had a
through.
What if you had a 9.8 of that one? That'd be a wall book.
Yeah.
Just
Slap
imagine,
wall, 14.
She's busting out all over in that one.
imagine some girl coming into your room. You're like, damn, that's a good picture.
Yeah.
Big old boat
I'm
on
saying
the
she must have a strong chest to be able to burst through a door like that with it.
Yeah, that's old Cassandra Peterson. Yep.
Oh.
I made a great deal with one of my friends. He's gonna sell his house because it's too big, and he says there are too many stairs to go up, and like I think he wants something like a bungalow, like just the first floor and the basement.
You in the red room there?
I don't know. I'm seeing some kind of shadow on my camera. I don't know what the hell is that. My leg? Oh, it's my leg. Okay,
shadow people.
Jesus Christ, we can't see shit.
I thought you.
I found this at Dollar Tree earlier.
Oh shit!
A Captain Marvel graphic novel.
Oh no, now I get it. It's the Predator vision.
Yeah, like this. Where'd it go?
You know, Peter
Predator
Cullen
vision.
voiced the Predator, and he also voiced this guy. Autobots transform.
Where's it at? Oh, here we go. Oh, why isn't it working?
What are you trying to do right now? You're trying to contact your friend SpongeBob at Bikini Bottom?
Weird. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
There we go. Oh yeah.
Man, y'all freaking me out, bro. You're freaking me out, bro.
Predator Vision.
It's it's
Right,
Jerry
just go
Garcia
there.
in
Now I'm like,
The Grateful Dead.
Yeah.
Dude, now we're Barnabas Shadows.
You got me wanting to play around my background now. Let's see what I can do.
Kev, is that new OBS that's better?
yeah, it's Meld Studio.
Mel Studio. I've got a broken computer right now. I have to try to work on it.
Makes it feel like I'm on the big screen at the stadium. And this,
Oh, cool. Ooh, look at Matt. Got some cool
There we
ones.
go.
I still see the shield too.
and this is like an old TV screen. Especially if I take a little thing.
I'm gonna put a picture up
Yeah.
of this girl I have a crush on for American.
What the hell is this?
This Congress, I love that video. They made the Predator
Oh, yeah.
sounds. Me too, dude. It's so cool. And how Jean-Claude Van Damme was going to be the original Predator, but I guess it just didn't work out.
There we go.
The costume may have been too hot.
Yeah, and they had that suit that didn't make any sense. Looked like crap.
Oh yeah,
It looked like a bird on 2 feet.
That
see behind me?
original suit. It looked like crap. I know. I see
Judy
that
Aronson
documentary
from
about
American
it.
Ninja.
It was funny. Yeah,
Yes.
you watched American.
Yeah,
Ninja,
my
didn't you?
friend was getting rid of a bunch of Blu-rays, and I like to watch the special features. I like to watch the extras, how they
Me too.
built the sets and everything.
Oh.
And
It leaves your shield up there. That's cool.
there you go.
No, I found this at a Dollar Tree earlier. $1.25.
How many pages? Is that a big book? That's a pretty big book. Trade.
I mean, it's smaller than a comic book.
Hmm.
But, it's a square bound, brand new collection of Captain Marvel. I guess issues.
Hey, yep.
It doesn't say. But still, for $1.25, an actual comic book, not bad.
Yeah, my friend brought
that's
me
not
back
bad.
some Spanish comic books, but they're like trade
nice.
paperbacks, but they're smaller,
Mm-hmm.
like
Uh-huh.
yours.
Hey, Kevin,
But
can
they're
you tell me
thicker.
what
I
I
mean,
want
they're
again?
thick. They're heavy like shit, and it's all glossy paper.
Nice.
That is good.
Hey, Kevin,
And it helped
They
you learn
paid,
some
can you
Spanish.
show me what I want?
$2.50 each, or something like
Yeah.
that. So, I can't read Spanish, but at least I can look at the pictures.
Here's what you got.
That Negan book looks really cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool, especially for the price. Trying to.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm just gonna send you those books, brothers. I've won so many times at this point.
Okay, that's just weird.
Ooh, Marvel Versus.
Oh yeah, I like that.
That's a big one.
And that's thick too.
I bet that has a lot of fights in it. Good fights and battles.
There we go.
That's real cool.
And it's really thick. And I got 2 of them.
Oh, nice.
Volume 1 and Volume 2, but I can't read what they're saying. So.
What is it in
Spanish?
Spanish? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny.
I can figure out a bit because Spanish is a lot like French.
Yeah.
So, but I don't want to go through all that fucking shit. So
right.
Look at the pictures.
All right. Here's what
they'll be fighting each other, Gene. You know which one. Whoever's on top's the winner, you know.
Oh yeah,
here's
there you go.
Matt won tonight in the duck race. Spider Boy Annual #1. I'm sure there's a key here somewhere. It seems like all of them are a key.
Cool.
Spider Boy is very popular.
It's a really good story, good writing. The mystery bag from Ollie's with Chew.
Oh, look at that
Catwoman, yeah.
Wouldn't you like to meet her with an X-Acto knife?
Boggs wanted that one.
Huh?
I told him I'll look for another one for him, but
wouldn't you want to meet her with an X-Acto knife?
ooh.
God, I don't know,
man. I don't know.
I mean,
maybe
the old man wants to talk to you.
There she is by prison.
Take that leather off her.
The only reason Boggs didn't want this one is he's already got it.
Oh, really?
Okay. So you're going to open it?
With
You're going to open them or just leave them like that?
That's up to Matt. I'm sending them to him like this.
Ah, okay.
That's part of his winning.
I mean, I'm afraid if he opens it, he'll be like, no, you can't have that one.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And the Avengers Endless Wartime, Warren Ellis.
Oh, my God.
Wow. A great
That's
author.
an original. It's thin, but it's an original story just for this hardcover. It was never printed in floppy form.
I like those. I got a couple.
We don't have Ollie's or anything like that here in Canada. So.
That's what they called them. And here's Negan. And it's the collection. Here, what is it? I think three issue miniseries.
Welcome to the show, Negan. And here's Negan.
Cool. And I got a really good deal on it. So
$2.99. You can't beat that price. That's a great price.
Hell no.
The price is right.
We have nothing like that.
So I bought all the ones out on the shelf.
Trust me.
Which wasn't but 3.
Yeah, they
any stores.
For a single issue, I pay on average $12.
I'm gonna try and slide a nice vintage book in there next week for next month. And get more people trying to win it.
I may do another giveaway soon on my channel. I don't know. So everybody stay tuned for that.
I have 300 hours left to get, and I'll be doing a big giveaway. Oh, we got someone else backstage. What's up, Mark?
Just hanging out back here, growing a beard.
I was showing off my board. Matt, here's Negan.
Yep, that's I'm the luckiest son of a gun I know. I won 2 months in a row.
There you go.
Getting them victories, man. That's the way to do it.
Right,
everybody figures it's rigged.
Nerd. The only one I needed.
Oh, cool.
You got all the monsters. You don't have all the variants, so.
No, I wanted issue 2. I didn't have issue 2 at all. So, and that's the one I wanted was the. I just kind of get the one I want.
Oh, that's
I got these from my friend. That's Alan Davis, I think.
Your classic.
And you know me, I'm down with G.I. Joe.
The real American hero. Yeah, those are always great looks. Oh, Destro cover.
And we got
take away from the 64 you need.
That's a nice one.
Yep, that means I only need 100 now. I mean, I got 100. I mean, I have 100 issues.
You have 100. You need 55.
All right, that's all I wanted to show you. And I got this one. I don't know much about it, but is this just like the is this the reprint of the original story?
I think so. Isn't it, Mark?
Mark, is that the reprint of the original?
Yeah, the special is, yeah. No, wait. No, is that the Batman Day special?
Batman, I don't know. I think it might be.
That's not the reprint. All right, so they did a lot of stuff before they came out with that last volume. So that should be original. That should be original material right there.
Okay.
Which felt weird when you read it. Because like, why does this exist? But they ended up coming out
That
with
one I like. That one I really like. That's nice.
That
reminds me of Halloween.
I've always liked Tim Sale stuff.
Yeah, Tim Sale. I love Tim Sale. Rest in peace. And I've only got, I ain't gonna show all of them, but I'm only 7 away from having a whole run. So
wow, that was pretty quick.
Yeah, it's like and I got a lead on some G.I. Joe, some more G.I. Joe comics, so it may be soon. It may be even less than.
I won this on Kingdom of Nerds.
Oh, Kingdom of Nerds. Nice.
All right.
That's a great cover.
Oh, yeah.
Got some good giveaways.
9.8. Is that
Betty
Page?
No, it's the Rocketeer. It's the Betty.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, Dave Stevens.
Of course, she is modeled after Betty Page, so it might as well be Betty Page.
So slab number 13.
7 more to be on
Congratulations, dude.
Rob's show.
Yep. I need 7 more.
And
I've won most of my slabs.
As soon as I get 19, he's going to raise the requirements to 30.
Yeah, I know.
Talking about
At one point, he had upped the ante to 25. Then he backpedaled. He backpedaled to 20. So
I'm trying to wait till I have at least 25 before I even throw my hat in the ring.
Oh no! At 20, there I'll have enough weird shit to entertain the masses.
Entertain the masses.
Yeah, because my collecting is eclectic, like nobody's business.
Or as Bobby the Brain
I'm not into Spider-Man or Batman or all those normal superheroes.
Or like, what would you got to get for the humanoids? Remember what Bobby the Brain Haney used to call everybody the humanoids?
Yeah,
or something like that.
Yeah, he called them humanoids, didn't he? He did. He said that.
There was a time I was collecting. I didn't buy any superheroes except Spider-Man, and that's been a constant my whole life. It's Spider-Man. But
yeah, I collect Alien, Vampirella, Space Ghost, and then the occasional facsimile.
Yeah,
I like Scotty Young, but I have two. Where are they? They're here somewhere. I have two Scotty Young that are Alien based. I'm hoping to get them signed. Maybe even one with a remark.
it was when Vertigo came out that I just kind of abandoned the whole superhero scene.
Yeah.
Unless you count Shade the Changing Man and Doom Patrol, because those were the most superhero type comic I was reading at that time.
How about that Animal Man? Did you get any of that?
And Animal Man, yeah, definitely
And
Animal Man.
Swamp Thing was cool.
There we go.
That was the whole thing that started my non-superhero thing.
Yeah, that Vertigo
Really,
man. I mean,
Swamp
it
Thing,
really
superhero.
it took a lot
Not
of
Alan
people
Moore
from
Swamp.
heroes.
So Scotty Young, when
So those I want to get those signed. Hopefully, one remarked.
Yeah. There's Scotty Young doesn't get out of his area that he lives in that much.
Yeah, and Beckerman lives
He's from
nearby.
Kansas City.
Yeah.
Scotty
That's what-
Young is at Heroes Con every single year, so you're lucky.
Right. Of course, he's at Heroes Con.
Yeah, he's like,
So
I
I
don't,
don't know if I want to stand in
He's gonna
line.
be
and
there.
pay
I
what-
need to get him to sign me.
I'm sure he charges a nice amount.
I don't know. I don't think it's crazy.
I would enjoy getting.
What is considered a
enjoy
lot?
getting this signed from
I
you.
think like a good $5 is considered low, right?
Oh yeah.
Like a
I
$5
mean,
bill is
some-
about
A lot is like Claremont charging $50 and that kind of stuff.
yeah. Steranko, I know
Right,
Steranko
right.
charges $50.
Yeah.
Doesn't Rob Liefeld charge you more if you get like New Mutants 98 signed?
A lot of
Oh,
people do
yeah.
that. If you're just getting
Sure.
like if you're just getting glamour books signed, they have an upcharge on those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think these people have worked on hundreds and hundreds of books, and
Isn't it
90% people bring the same book. It ain't like everyone's in love with the same book. It's just bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
They want that increase in value is why.
I like to
That's
think
what
of
it's
something
like.
different for them
Who
to
is
sign.
it?
You know what I
Somebody
mean?
upcharges if you don't get it personalized.
It was Christina. She was on Saturday night, and she had that Funko Pop, and she said that
yeah.
Tom Welling charges. I can't remember the exact numbers, like $20 to get it signed, but it's $40 if you don't get it personalized.
You don't get it
If you get your name like to
Yeah.
whoever signed, it's just $20. But if you're not, but
That's pretty
you
smart.
have me. I walked around Heroes Con last year with these stacks. I got who did I get on this one? Jose Luis Garcia Lopez. Sign that one.
Oh, yeah.
Book.
Got Larry Hama on that one.
Yes, sir.
I like
Yeah.
to get
I'm a
him-
Jimmy
I like to get him to sign
Palmiotti.
something different. You
Jimmy
know what I mean?
Palmiotti on that one.
Oh,
You already know Howard Mackey and Al Milgram. Got them both to sign that one.
Mhm.
Dan Jurgens. Dan Jurgens. You guessed it, Dan Jurgens.
you have
And
to
last
stand
but
in
not
line
least,
for those.
Dan Jurgens. Yeah, but I was strategic with it. I got this signed a few years ago at Heroes Con when JR was there. I actually got that recorded, and when I put that in front of him, he goes, "Wow, I hadn't seen this book in forever."
Cool.
And then Val Zemeckis.
Lobo the Duck.
That's
I love
great.
that.
But yeah, I'm trying to get as much of my amalgam stuff signed as possible because that's like what I love. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's like that was such
The
a big
best
part
of
of my
both
childhood.
worlds.
Yeah, and going in and voting for this as a kid, like I was, I grew up in my LCS, so I'm like, you have a sense of entitlement when you're a kid in a store that you can just like come and go behind the counter at,
Right.
So when I'm sitting behind the counter on a stool that I have to have help to climb up on, and these adults are bringing their little voting card up, I'm looking at their votes. I'm like, Wolverine can't beat Lobo, right? Just sitting there arguing with these adults, like arguing with a 7-year-old kid. And those are some of like my greatest memories in the
That's awesome.
comic shop as a kid. Yeah, that's why I was super excited when they did the omnibus thing because of how quick it was being produced, and the votes were coming in. They had to draw both endings, so
Right.
they had it ready to send to the print for whoever wins. So in the new omnibus, it has all the alternate endings: Hulk beating Superman, Lobo beating Wolverine, Wonder Woman beating Storm.
I remember that.
Yeah,
I
it was-
can't remember how I voted.
Oh, I voted the correct way. You can take that however you want. Yeah, I think
I
the
thought
only
we had
at the time the only one that was difficult for me that I didn't just have like, oh, I want this person to win was the Hulk versus Superman. That's like my two favorites of all
Yeah.
time going
Right.
against each other. So I'm sitting there like, I think I ultimately rationalized it that at the time we weren't dealing with Professor Hulk, but we were dealing with Smart Hulk still, like when you have like the blue jeans and the silver H belt buckle and the cool haircut. So I'm like, that justifies it. Superman's going to have to take him out.
Yep. I'd have to go with you on that one. Although, the angrier he gets, the more stronger he gets.
If he wasn't Smart Hulk.
Right.
Well, I only have 2 omnibus. I like the format, but damn, they're heavy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They're a bitch to read in the bed.
The biggest one I have is Infinity Gauntlet.
Oh.
Yeah.
But you know what I hate about that stupid book is that after page 680 or something like that, then you get all the tie-ins. Why
Oh
did
yeah,
they put the goddamn tie-ins where they're supposed to go in order?
order of
They
the
didn't put it in reading
No,
order.
they're at the end.
That's
There's
crazy.
another
That's messed
600 pages at the end.
Yeah.
They're all the tie-ins.
That's one thing I like about the DC Universe app. You know, the
Yeah.
comic book app, because you can click on a tab that's called storylines.
right.
And
I like that.
I went to when I first got that app back in 2018, I went to the tab and I hit Convergence, which was like, you know, that big massive event where they're going to take every character from every era and let them fight. I hit
Right.
Convergence and it said 90 something issues. I'm like, God dang.
Wow.
And I looked at it and like it's Convergence issue 0, then Convergence issue 1, then like 20 titles, then Convergence 2 and 3, then 20
Yeah.
something. So it was in order from what we released. And I sat there and I didn't read a single thing out of the comic shop until I read all of Convergence. It took me exactly 14 days. But
Wow.
what that did is that justified me having that app for the next decade. That paid for it for the next decade.
Well, when I read the first part, and then I started reading. Wait a minute. Haven't I read this? Because they reference just little parts here and there. Wait a minute, I read this. And then I went online, I checked, and I looked at the order, then I looked at the covers in the back. Shit, they're not in order. Ah, okay.
Yeah, they have.
I had to download, I had to copy paste the order you're supposed to read them, and then now I have to read the damn thing all over again.
You got to buy some post-it notes and turn to page this, turn to page that, stick them all over the place. I was happy because this is the first omnibus that I bought. This is the only one I'll ever get. This is the only one I care to get.
I have a second one. It's not as thick, and
They did
that
put
one's
this one in
really
order.
nice. And I have one absolute.
And so I'm not familiar with how they normally format them, but this one is in reading order. You go through Marvel versus DC 1, 2, and 3, and then you get all the amalgam, all 24 amalgam books, and then you get Marvel versus DC 4 after that, which that's how like it would
You're
read.
supposed to read.
Yeah, like the amalgam universe is created at the end of issue 3 with them all merging, with the brothers merging, and then it's separated and settled by the end of it. So it's in
Yeah, but
reading order proper.
It's a shame because this thing is like 3 inches thick.
Yeah, thicker than a Snicker.
Oh yeah. It weighs a ton, and it gets heavy. People complain about the heat of laptops after you have the omnibus like this on your lap for half an hour. There, you can complain all you want.
While you're reading it, do you have somebody on standby that every 37 minutes they come in and just squirt Gatorade in your mouth and then walk out?
No. I always have a beer close by.
That's good enough.
fuck Gatorade. Gatorade.
It's like you're running a
pussy.
marathon. How you just
pussy.
running, keep it moving.
No. I got a beer nearby. I got my green stuff because it's
green
legal.
beer. That's crazy.
So, and it helps with my legs. So
nice.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Great Legend, what are you up to tonight, man?
Man, I'm just cold chilling like a villain. I was telling the guys earlier, me and old Drew Manchu, we've been playing this Marvel Rivals on Xbox, and that damn game's so cool. I've been playing as all the Fantastic Four characters because that's my favorite heroes in Marvel. But other than that, man, I've just been chilling. I've been collecting here and there, not as much as I used to, but still getting my Fantastic Four books. They finished up the Shazam series with his U-21, so I'll have to wait a while and see what's next for Billy Batson and the crew, but hopefully they'll come back sooner or later.
Something better than what we just got.
Yeah. I did not enjoy. I enjoyed the first half.
I was going to say it started very hopeful. Taking the auditing dinosaurs and just putting that aside, it started very hopeful with them addressing the wisdom of Solomon and addressing the name and some return to form in there.
Then it just kind of started going down the shitter.
Yeah,
like,
real
they had
fast.
a cool Black Adam. They had the cool Black Adam thing, where it's like Black Adam. Okay, that gives them a reason to get the new house and everything. And then
That was
the
a
whole
cool
deal
fight
with
too.
a good
Yeah.
fight. And then the thing with Freddie, it was promising. And then I'm not a big fan of the female Savannas at all. And they were just being stupid. It was another Mr. Mind thing. Issue 20 was just some damn filler issue with John Kent having a crisis with his boyfriend. I don't know. It just kind of just felt like a waste.
Yeah.
Latter half. But,
I just looked. I didn't. The longest crossover I ever read was Civil War.
Oh yeah, dude.
All
Insane.
the tie-ins and everything. The original Civil War was 109 issues.
Yes.
Yeah,
It was so
like
great.
it was like reading War and Peace or something.
Yeah. I remember I had the whole set. The only
used to
one
have
really
all
worth
trades.
anything was Death of Captain America at the time.
I used to have all the trade paperbacks, but I did have cover A and cover B of Cap 25, The Death, but I sold them years ago.
Yeah, I did too.
I still hate the covers of all those issues, though. They cut.
I know.
half
Oh, okay.
What
Yeah.
the hell?
The style, the style of
Square.
Talk about saving money on artwork.
yeah, right.
Yeah. Good story, but just covers.
Oh, that's one of my only complaints about the Ultimate stuff is like, here,
Ultimate, yeah, kind of does that too.
they
with
got all
the
this great art, but
ball
look at,
on the side.
they got like the Ultimates right down the side of the whole thing.
Yeah, it takes up a third of the book.
Yeah, they just started doing that in the Turok run that I'm reading. They just at issue, I think it was issue 17, they reformatted it where the trade dress isn't just dead shit in the center; it's up in the corner, and you have a you have this line block on every issue for a while, and then at issue number, what is it? Issue number 25. Well, between 22 and 25, issue 23 and 24 is showing up tomorrow in a different way. But in issue 25, you can see where they updated and changed the logo of Valiant.
Oh wow!
Oh yeah.
So this has been a fantastic adventure reading.
Oh well, maybe with that logo you could fool Stevie B.
Possibly to slip one in under the radar, huh?
Yeah, because he wouldn't know right away that it was a Valiant book, and he wouldn't put the bullet holes through it. So
I saw your post today on Instagram, Mark, of that.
Oh, it
page
is.
you got.
It's April Fool's Day.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
The original,
Yeah, the original.
John Calabero art page. I wanted to, I got it. I'm like, this is insane. So I had to take like some pictures and videos before I framed it up, since it's got like 3 layers to it.
Yeah.
I love how it has the acetate with all the lettering and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, and when you pull the acetate up, what remains is a Rags Morales drawing, but with original watercolors on it. So it's from the colorist. And I'm like, I'm not going to leave old Rags Morales out of the picture here. I got something else coming in the mail too that's getting framed up and
nice.
I've always liked Rags as Superman.
My
I've
God.
always dug that. I've loved
Legend. Imagine my surprise when I've never, like, I collect Turok #1s. I love Turok because of Nintendo 64 and my dad introducing me to him and everything. And I've always collected Turok #1s, and I've read it and I never read past it. Sold the entire run, saved for like 6 issues. And then I get a wild hair at my ass to read #1. And I'm like, damn, that's pretty good. I want to read #2 now. And then I decided just to just rebuy the run and collect it. I get to issue #4. And I was like last month years old when I realized that Rags Morales worked on Turok. Not only did he work on it, he cut his teeth at Turok. You can watch his art evolve in like 10 issues. It's insane. But one of the most iconic DC artists for me, Identity Crisis and Beyond, Hawkman, and like I'm just reading Turok. I'm like, Rags fucking Morales? Really?
Identity Crisis, man.
Well, who is it? Another big game artist did an issue of Turok.
A lot of them did. Valiant was, dude, they were cooking with fire, dude.
A lot of young artists, up and coming artists at that time, got their start at Valiant. You know.
Yeah. A lot, at this point, you read the names that like Timothy Truman does most of the writing, and he's freaking amazing.
I loved Scout when it came out.
Talking about like, you know, like some people just like reading someone's writing isn't as easy as some people think. There's a reason why certain people are writers and certain people aren't. They just have a way with words that makes it easy to convey, where when you're reading it, it's smooth. Your brain isn't having to work hard to go through.
Some writers are really good at that. And then some people like writers like that, or some people think Tolkien writes like that. I don't.
Yeah, that's why I don't like Cy Spurrier. I can't read Cy Spurrier stuff. He's wordy and never says anything. And the way that the next word in the sentence is never the word your brain expects it to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, wait, what? But this Timothy Truman stuff is just smooth, and it has emotional beats. It's action packed. Every character has their own agency, which you hear people say that often when they're reviewing stuff. But going back and reading this versus a lot of the new stuff, I'm realizing how much of the new stuff, these characters don't have as much individual agency as you might think. You're just getting accustomed to the norm.
Mm-hmm.
It's wild.
Yeah.
You know, well, one of the best things.
I need to eat. So live long and prosper.
Oh,
hey,
brother.
Good
And
night,
don't do what I wouldn't do.
Take care.
Follow the instructions on your shirt.
Man. Thanks
So
for coming.
if you do it, but if you do it good.
There you go. Name it after you.
There you go. Take care, my friends.
You too,
Good night,
brother.
bud.
Yeah. So anybody out there, I was like, anybody out there, all you fans of say Marvel, DC, if you're fans of Marvel and DC, it's like hooked on phonics, but you need to watch Legion of Comics. That's what we roll with. Because, brother, Legion, you know a lot about the DC. You're going to be doing some special things for DC's, like official DC. Are you going to be doing some reviews and everything?
I've done it twice now. They've reached out to me. I was talking to them just earlier tonight. They were messaging me, asking me to, or they're emailing me, asking me to update one of my videos with a new link. Like they sent me all these back here to review for them, and then I posted a video last week that was at the end of last year. So I did one video for DC last year, and I did one video for him this year already.
Whoa,
that's cool.
Yeah, man. He's Legion. Legion is our comic book community guy for DC. He's our spokes guy.
And don't get it twisted. I'm not limited to DC. That's just. Yeah,
that's just the thing right now for sure.
Yeah, they're just where the quality is right now. I'm wearing a goddamn Geiger shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I follow Jeff Johnson to the end of the earth. I don't give a shit who he's writing for.
Yeah,
I was getting ready to say Mark probably reads Transformers and all that stuff too, though.
I'm 100% in on the Energon universe, on the Ghost Machine stuff, Hanna-Barbera stuff.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, we're having like a Hanna-Barbera resurgence right now, and I'm living the dream, my dude. I'm buying Herculoids covers, like new ones.
Yeah, I know, right?
We got Linsner doing Herculoids covers.
Yeah, I know. That's the one I ordered right there, Mark. That's a great cover.
Yeah, that one I bought just to put in the Legion loot next month.
Oh, cool.
This sounds terrible, but I don't give two shits what anyone thinks of me. I get the Matina covers for Herculoids. I get the Matina covers for Space Ghost. I absolutely love Francisco Matina's digital artwork. I love traditional art, but there's just something about Matina that transfers to Space Ghost so well because the colors and everything.
Awesome.
And same thing with Herculoids. Like Gloop and Gleep, my dude, on issue 2, they're stretched out, and there's a goddamn skeleton inside of that glob.
Yeah.
I've never thought about the idea of them having a skeleton. Just a skull. I'm like,
wow.
You know, I don't have no problem with that with Matina or Art Germ. You know, I know it's kind of digital, but
now Matina got in all that trouble last year for getting caught using AI.
Yeah, I know. But
he got dropped from DC, dropped from I don't want to say much else about that, but I talked to somebody who was repped by the same art rep that Matina was repped by, and I know this artist pretty well. And I was talking to him in person for a while about the whole situation as it was unfolding, and he pointed out to me just how unfortunate some of the AI stuff can be, because when this open source AI was made, all of these people's work examples were stolen and put into these AI sources. So now somebody like an Alex Ross, a JRJR, a Rags Morales, a Francisco Matina, all these people that were well known were uploading that. They can now go and open an AI and say, generate an image based off my own art by putting their name in there, and it'll give them a template to work with, kind of thing. And it's really like they've been stolen from, and they're now using the tools that are stealing from them, kind of thing.
Yeah,
it's kind of a weird paradox, but I don't believe in letting a thinking machine do your work for you. I don't disagree with the idea of it being a tool, because AI is not going anywhere. It's here.
Skynet.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a fan of self-aware AI. No.
You know, I did I had that my old intro, you know, where I had the pictures of me as Batman and Captain America with AI, and people were like, I had a comment when someone said, "It's funny that you got a show about comic books, but you use AI art," and I was just like,
That's funny.
I said, "Thanks for commenting."
Yeah,
Later.
That's what I say. Have a good one.
Have a good day.
I usually use AI like every day, but it's mainly for recipes. It's, you know, helps me figure out proportions of how much salt or Italian seasoning.
I got a
or
question
whatever the
for you,
hell I need to do.
Legend. What's the difference between using AI for that and just rewinding the clock 3-4 years ago and just asking the Google speaker or the Amazon speaker for the same thing? Like,
I don't know.
how is that not AI, but this is AI when it's just a search engine? Because
Really?
that's all the AI that we're allowed to have access to. All it is a fancy search engine right now.
Yeah, search engine. that
That's all
gets
we
everything.
have access. That's not all that's out there. That's all that we get to play with.
Well, I'm sure
Yeah,
that's not
they-
what the
they
DOD
limit-
has access to. I'm sure the DOD
They
and
limit
all
us
those
normal
has
people.
access
Oh yeah,
to
they've
some
got
really
some serious
far
shit.
out things.
I bet the
Shout
people
out
with
to
the quantum
serious shit.
computers, the quantum computer owners probably got that good ass shit.
And yeah, the quantum computing, which we know there's at least 2 of them already that exist. I guarantee you that.
Well, the D wave one came out years ago, but now it's Willow and Nightingale or whatever the Google one is, and the other one.
Yeah, I
Google
guarantee
is
you.
called Gemini.
Gemini.
The biggest one is the XAI right now. That's called Grok, which is
Wow, I've heard that.
Grok is fantastic. It's super fun. I'm not even gonna lie. And if you
Good
want to
for
see
them.
something just absolutely hilarious, you know, Elon owns XAI. So he went the last time he was on the Rogan podcast a month or so ago. He went on there, and the show started with him opening his Grok, which he's able to take the guardrails off of. And he pretty much you want like just like out of Interstellar when he had TARS that had the bullshit meter, the sarcastic meter. Elon had took down the guardrail, so Grok was just talking cash money shit to him when they were talking. It was so funny, dude.
Yeah,
it's worth 5 minutes just to go laugh, man. It's good.
I like when he is on Rogan.
As long as
just
we don't
'cause
get
he's
a
high all the time.
You know, if we start getting a computer like in the movie War Games called Whopper, then I'm going to get nervous. Okay?
Or Hal.
Or Hal. If we get a
Hal.
Hal,
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
I'm
going to the
you
bunker.
You do not have my support on those either.
Yeah, hey Mark, if they get that, I'm going to the bunker. I'm going to my bunker and just hiding.
I'll meet you there.
Bring some comics so we have something to read.
I'll bring Turok.
All right.
Right.
No, fair deal.
I'll read it to you. Don't worry.
Hey, that's
I'm
great.
right now. I'm sitting here. I opened that box today so that I could continue reading, and I've been getting them off my comic shop because they got just like a great selection. But there was 22 and 23 they were missing, so I had to get online and order like a bundle off eBay and end up with some doubles and stuff. But now that gives me like 10 issues to read, 11 issues to read. So I got to place the next my comic shop order so it'll get here in like the 10, 12 days for it's time to.
Yeah.
But I love this website, man.
I got to place my pre-order tomorrow on my comic shop.
I finally read Bug Wars 1 and 2.
What'd you think?
Freaking awesome. I love it.
I haven't read 2
Just
yet.
the kind of stuff I like. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the Micronauts, shrinking down and
I love
being
the concept.
small in the real world like that.
Yeah.
Running from the
A little bit
lawnmower.
of sort of. It's kind of like a little bit of Micronauts with sort of Atom mixed into it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's definitely got that sort of Atom influence. Well, he even mentions that in the introduction. That was
absolutely.
when he was a kid. That's one of his influences.
It's a great concept.
Odd Riders.
I'm really interested in the concept of the story where they're like, they're moved in this house and you got this unknown. War
I like that side of it. And his brother being all anti-bugs, and his dad had the amulet and ended up dead.
Matt, it looks like this run is going to go the way of G.I. Joe and Transformers. When you get, it's got 47 issues, and when you hit the 40s, they're not on
low print run.
They get scarce.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look, when you get into like the 130s, 140s, and 150s of G.I. Joe, you're going to be
when you hit the 70s for Transformers, they get scarce and skyrocket in price.
That's like Spawn. When you get those 200 Spawn.
And well, Invincible, the first part of Invincible was like it discourages me from trying to even collect Invincible. I'm like, well, I can know about getting the number one.
Because of the show and stuff, it's really taken off.
You know what's funny is every time I've done this for 3 weeks straight now. I've done this for 3 weeks straight. Every time I go to place an order, I clear their Turok number ones that they have in stock, and every week there's more in stock. This week
they got a warehouse and they just put a few up.
Yeah, every time I clear them, I don't get the near mint copies they have because they want like $11 for them, but I get all the other ones. You know, just clear them. They always pop back up.
Well, you've got me looking for them every time I go somewhere. I'm looking for them. So
I appreciate it. Any Turok number ones that you come across, I'm happy to put them in a safe home. They're safe here. This is a safe space indeed.
Where I'm going to Nirvana Comics in Knoxville, it's like an hour from my house, and they're going on New Comic Book Day for the Mark Spear signing, and I'll be on the hunt for you there too.
Nice, I appreciate it.
I go to dollar boxes anytime I go to any new shop.
Oh, if anybody needs anything signed by Mark Spears, let me know. $20.
You said Knoxville, Tennessee. Maybe you can get signed by Kane. Mayor
Dude,
Jacobs.
he's awesome.
Yeah,
he was just on Piers Morgan. He's such a good human being.
Smart guy, too.
The guy who, he's super smart. The guy who just ran for vice president with Kamala, Tim Walz. He was on some kind of something, and they mentioned Kane, who's the governor now, and he made a comment about he's not a tough guy. I'm a tough guy. I'll get in the ring with him any day. And Kane is such a class act that he legitimately said, like, we should definitely do that. I could promise, like, we put on a good show. I can promise you, I still got one in the tank that you'll not get hurt. People will love it. We'll show that we can get along with each other. And we can do it all for charity. Like, let's do it. That's what we need. I know it sounds like ridiculousness or idiocracy-esque, like politicians,
but it's a bonding and thing.
Yeah, but I think back in the day of watching politicians like getting on stage and fussing and fighting on like the Morton Downey Jr.
Kane hurt him anyway. Kane would take care of him. He knows how to do that.
That's what he said. He's like,
didn't Kane take care of Pete Rose or Drew Carey or one of them? He powder-eyed one of them.
He was always like that. If you notice, when they did something like that with celebrity, it was always somebody like Kane or Taker that did it because they were good at taking care of people.
Safe workers.
And or Cena or somebody like that. But like, dude, that thing with Cena the other night is getting hot, boy. He was out there cutting that promo on Cody. Cody said, "Well, you're a sellout." And it was like, and they're like getting into it. And then he gives him the crossroads. I was like fired up, man. I don't know. I'm kind of like Cena's saying the stuff that people have been saying for years, like he buries people and they're actually talking about it now, like that, like
classic
stuff
Cena.
John Cena, yeah, I like Cena though. I mean, I can't
Dude,
hate Cena.
Man.
He's been doing it for what, 30 years or something.
Get that Xbox WWE 2K25 and get you some Cena and play with us, man. We go Cena. I get R-Truth. R-Truth's one of my fucking favorites. R-Truth and Scott Hall.
I would pick CM Punk. CM Punk's my dude.
He's going to be the headlining WrestleMania, right? Didn't they just announce that?
Yeah, one of those nights he's fighting Roman and Seth in a main event match.
Yeah.
Gonna get his main
Good
event.
for
Hopefully
him.
he wins. I hope he wins. But he already did win because he got the main event. So that's all.
Yeah, I saw that where they was Paul in there doing the little gimmick in the ring announcing it. That looked happy for him.
Yeah, dude, it was that table like the WrestleMania 3 shit where they used to do shit at the table where they fucking face off. I always liked the table gimmick.
We got to sign some contracts.
some bullshit.
Yeah,
This is where we do our legal work at, is right here.
Yeah, right in the
right
middle
in
of
the
the ring.
middle of the- It's great. I remember they
We
had
lay
this
out the little
Toronto.
carpet over the mat, you know, and
Remember-
we have the
there was
little
a,
office chairs out there. It's perfect.
There was an old
Do you
Toronto
remember the ones that?
promoter.
Do you remember the
Jack
time though
Tunney.
that Edge,
Thank you.
Edge had said if I win on like some pay per view, he's like, me and Leader are gonna go out and do a live sex show, and they were in the bed. I'm like, good Lord, they went crazy. They were like in the bed, and Cena come
The
out there.
bed in the ring.
Yeah, they were in like a bed. They had a bed in the ring. And they were acting like
God.
they were taking their clothes off under the covers.
I remember that was one of those famous scenes when they were in the bed in that middle of the ring. I was like, what in the? Everyone at school were talking about it next day. Did you see it last night?
Yeah.
Shit, as a kid, I thought it was real. I thought they really did it.
As a kid, it was
Did you see
real.
your poop?
It was real when you were a kid.
Yep.
Look, when Andre the Giant turned on Hulk Hogan when I was a kid and ripped his
Ripped
chain
that
off
in
on
the
Piper's
blood.
Pit, I was devastated, bro. I'm telling you. I thought it was all legit, real.
I've been watching like for the past like week and a half, like nonstop, the WCW channel on YouTube now.
Me too.
Yeah.
They just did like a live. The live stream had to be. It wasn't like a live stream, but it was like a premiere you could pop in. It was like the Lex Luger stuff, like him coming
that's
in.
cool.
And so like it was like a live premiere for 3 days, and I realized on like day 2 that it's like so many hours long and it'll loop back around kind of thing.
Yeah.
But dude, they got all kinds of great content on there, and just I don't know. I rewatched like one of my favorite pay-per-views of all time is Halloween Havoc with DDP and Goldberg. Just that whole show was just amazing. And DDP is such a class act. Like Goldberg's one of my favorite of all times, but DDP saved that man in that match because he legit hurt his shoulder in it. And the first time Goldberg tried to put him up to do the jackhammer or the jackknife powerbomb, he started to drop him, and DDP spun it around and diamond cut him. Like, and it looked intentional. But it was amazing. But that whole Goldberg era, man, it lives rent free in my head like all the time.
Yeah, that move where like DDP gave the diamond cutter, and like DDP always bitched about it after because Goldberg kicked out like on 2, and he wanted him to wait till about 2.9 or so. But see, Goldberg was still pretty just new and green. I mean, you play it safe, just kick out on 2. Don't risk it.
And on top of that, like Goldberg's whole gimmick was just like the dude's a train. You know what I'm saying?
Like a cyborg. I think he was even in one of those movies.
That's one of the things that I don't get when because I see a lot of stuff on social media, and like I'm a wrestling fan of my time era, if that makes sense. You know, like I kind of stopped watching it a long time ago and pop back in every now and then, but I pretty much just watch reruns of old stuff often.
Yeah.
But I don't get the people that complain about these wrestlers that no sell Ultimate
Like,
Warrior.
Yeah, I love Warrior.
Like they're like, look at the Warrior just does no sell. Like, no, his gimmick is literally like he's taking the crowd's energy. And like you have Sting. Like Sting's my all-time goat, and he does the little like he does the no sell. Like this isn't a no sell. They're selling a gimmick. They're literally selling.
It's okay to do that though, but the problem was with Warrior was he would do that with somebody's finishing move.
Oh, with the Triple H.
It pissed Triple H off.
Yeah.
And
but the fans don't care when you do it. Like you can hit him with that pedigree 50 times. If you hit him with it that one time, he's on the way to that Warrior rage. I mean, that ain't on him. He don't pick when he turns it on.
My favorite's the Hulkamania no sell where they're punching Hogan in the face and he shakes it off, and then he does the finger point.
Then he points at him.
He does the Matumbo thing. He said, "You." And then 1, 2, 3.
I love it. Then they take a couple punches. They take a boot to the face and an atomic leg drop, and game over.
Did
you hear the story about Andre had a problem with Warrior one time? Like he tried to hit him with this real stiff clothesline, and the next time he bounced off the ropes, Andre just held his big ham hock out and hit him right in the head.
I heard that story, dude. That was you talk about just getting hit by a brick.
Well, you know, the thing about Andre was they say is like if he wanted to hurt you, he would hurt you. But
how could
he was
stop him?
Good to everybody, you know.
He was a big boy.
You were cool with him, but he was like the boss in the back, you know. It's like Taker was like that too. Like there's a story about like Bret Hart. HBK at WrestleMania was like act like he was going to back out of doing the job for Stone Cold, you know, and drop the title. And Undertaker was back in the griddle position. They said Kane said he had his hands taped up, just sitting there watching the screen, make sure that he let him pin him cleanly.
Yeah,
and I guarantee he would have went out there and threw hands if he had to.
I just rewatched that famous. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I like young Undertaker when he had just come in and Paul Bearer was using the urn a lot. This is right after the Brother Love manager thing. But dude, when Paul Bearer had the urn, that Undertaker was like a Michael Myers. He just kept coming at you. Like that ghost
My
style.
memory remembers him being a lot smaller in those days. Or maybe just the other talent was also big back then.
Yeah.
I can remember through like the Attitude Era, the size of the wrestlers were so much different. When I went back and started watching AEW a couple of years ago to keep up with Sting, I saw that Christian was like one of the big guys in the roster. My memory was like Christian and Edge were like not like the big guys out there. And then on top of that, Edge was a lot bigger than Christian. And now you have Christian who's like outsizing all these guys. And then even Billy Gunn is like one of the biggest beasts in the promotion. And he was never a small guy, but he was definitely tiny next to plenty of people in the Attitude Era, you know, like Taker and Kane and all these other guys. But it's weird how my memory has them like categorized by sizes, and it's a lot different now.
In the 90s, it was kind of the land of giants for real, though. There was a lot of big guys.
Remember Nash? Nash was a tall giant.
Oh yeah.
Remember when Giant was doing the drop kick before Big Show? Like, I liked him when he was the Giant.
Yeah,
that was because that's when I'm like y'all. I like WCW Nitro, dude.
Yes, dude. One of my greatest memories is when my grandfather was in the hospital for the last time. He worked in a chemical plant in his day, and he was having failing lungs in his latter years from that. And we would go to school, and we go straight from school to the hospital to spend time with him and stuff. And Monday night came, and the premiere of the Nitro Girls I watched with him by his side, which this is crazy because he's like he didn't smoke, didn't drink, didn't cuss. He was a church man, deacon in there, and we're just sitting there watching the Nitro Girls on his last week on the earth. It was a great memory, man.
You know, Nitro, your dad, he's probably in heaven right now. I could see it.
For certain.
And he's, you know what he's doing? He's watching down upon you, and he loves you, and he also wants to let you know he loves El Dandy of the LWO.
LWO, baby.
Y'all remember El Dandy? That mother. Now, supposedly, I watched videos on YouTube. Supposedly, he was a badass AAA wrestler in Mexico, but dude, up in WCW, they made him like a jobber.
Eric Bischoff was openly not a fan of the non-American wrestlers.
Oh yeah. Remember the BWO and ECW, the Blue World Order?
Yeah, with the Blue Meanie and Stevie Richards and some other guy.
They would act like the NWO, except it was like Stevie Richards and this big old guy called the Blue Meanie. And he had like a painted mask on his face.
Look at that one. My goodness.
The other guy I think was Nova. His name was Nova.
Yeah, Nova. The man.
That one's got some tape on it.
Yeah. Well, that's a nice cover.
Nova could come up with like stuff. He did all kinds of moves that were crazy.
Nova.
I used to be entertained with
Shane Davis.
My cousin up in Pennsylvania would send me tapes of ECW because we didn't get it down here. And it was just wow, dude. I was like, what is this?
Barbed wire chairs, all that crap in the ring.
What was his name? Sandman? Wasn't he like one of the big dudes there for the longest time?
Yeah. He beat the beer can on his head all the time.
Yeah, he go like this. And they had like a guy. What was his name?
New Jack.
New Jack. That guy was crazy.
Literally trying to kill people.
Yeah, he was like at one time. They said, "Were you feel bad when you hurt him?" He goes, "No, I was trying to kill that MFer." When he pushed him off a scaffold, he goes, "That guy about killed me." So I was going to kill him. He straight up said, "He says I was hoping he'd hit the floor."
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
that's a unique one. This is the only one I've seen like this so far. Mike Diodato, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, there's like legit names on this stuff.
Damn good covers.
But yeah, this one, the trade dresses, that's the only one like that with the trade dress like that.
Oh wow.
That's the
Yeah,
Scott
cool.
Hall trade dress, that blood drop.
Yeah. You can tell where they were experimenting with different trade dresses and all. Because it did this for 2 issues.
Does anybody remember the time that was it in ECW, Cactus Jack and Terry Funk were in the ring, and Terry Funk held his hand out like to get somebody to throw him a chair in the ring so he could hit this guy with it.
Oh, and then everyone threw chairs.
Chairs in there.
Oh well, I could tell you about some chairs. I went to see wrestling live one time in Macon.
Just once.
Yep, only I won tickets off the radio, and the girl I was dating was into wrestling. So, and it was a Desert Storm special taping. It was like one of the biggest things they ever did. It was Superstars. Here, I got the little thing bookmarked.
Who was some of your
WWF at Macon, Georgia Coliseum, January 28th, 1991.
Nice. Oh my
Hulk
God.
Hogan, WWF Superstars taping. Hulk Hogan versus Earthquake in a stretcher match was originally scheduled.
Oh crap!
You said originally scheduled. What happened?
What happened was Hulk Hogan and Tugboat defeated Earthquake and Dino Bravo with Jimmy Hart at 8:56 when Hogan pinned Bravo. Later in the broadcast, Hogan was named the #1 contender to the WWF Championship and receive a title shot during WrestleMania 7.
Who had the belt?
Sergeant Slaughter, I think. Yeah. Jim Dugan. Oh no,
Yeah,
Jim Dugan defeated WWF World Champion Sergeant Slaughter via disqualification at 6:50 when the champion used a steel chair on the floor. Now, before this match, I was watching, and they went out and set up some steel chairs right next to the ring, and nobody sat in them. I'm like, hey, you want to bet they're going to use those in the next fight?
Oh, man.
Sure enough.
How do you know that stuff, man?
That was just a
the
lucky
match.
guess.
Hulk Hogan, who accompanied Duggan to the ring before the match, attempted to make the save, but was also beaten down with the chair.
The bad guys.
I remember that.
Good heel heat.
The Nasty Boys won a 17 battle royale by eliminating the Legion of Doom.
What were their names?
Brian Knobs. And
Brian Knobs, I remember, because he ended up in WCW, and he was wild.
Let's see, I can read you. Other participants included Demolition, the Orient Express, the Bushwhackers, Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty, Paul Roma and Hercules. Order of elimination. Smash by the Rockers via a double drop kick at 220. Luke by Kato at 240. Jannetty when Michaels accidentally drop kicked his partner out of the ring when Brian Knobs moved out of the way at 302. Kato by Road Warrior Hawk at 449. Roma by Road Warrior Animal when Hercules threw his partner onto Animal, was then caught in midair and dumped to the floor at 551. Road Warrior Hawk was eliminated when Roma pulled him off the top rope as the LOD attempted the Doomsday device on the Nasty Boys. Due to pre-match stipulations, the Nasty Boys earned a WWF Tag Team Championship title match.
That was when they were turning on each other, when the Rockers, it's when right before, that's before Michaels super kicked him through the barbershop window.
Yeah, they kept making mistakes. Yeah.
It
kind of added to the
Marty Jannetty's from Georgia. He's from the state of Georgia. I don't know where at, but he's from Georgia.
Here you go.
Story about Knobs and Sags.
Here's a clip from what I was at.
Ken Shamrock about killed him. They tried to throw him over a balcony one time.
I heard that they broke into his hotel room and did that.
Yep.
This is this was taped right there while I was watching them do it.
Yeah, okay. That's so cool. Yeah, that's classic. That's when he's
I
like,
still got
and
my
what
ticket.
is your name?
My ticket
He's like,
stub.
my name is Paul. What is your last name? Vera.
He said he'd be like, oh yeah.
Yeah. That was the introduction to the Paul Bearer. That was really cool. That was that's history, man.
Yeah. Hey, Legend, you were talking about that Gino Hernandez thing. I watched a documentary, but that's like one of the most tragic things down there. They had like
It
all
had
kinds
to
of
be.
tragic
It had
things
to
happen
be.
down there, man.
It had to be a damn setup with Gino, though. He was really into the coke, so it had to be. Someone had
Yeah.
to force that upon him. Chris Adams, man, the liquor was his health, man. It just didn't work, man. It
They
screwed
started
him
taking
up.
those pills and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah,
bad news.
they all had the demons. That's for sure. Man, if David Von Erich wouldn't have died, man, it could have been a whole
That
deal.
kind of just started the whole thing, didn't
Yeah,
it?
it
When David
started the
Von
whole
Erich
thing,
died.
man. David.
I think that
That's a
was
good
right
movie.
when
That movie
Hogan
was
was
pretty
about to swap over to the other side, wasn't
Yeah.
he? 91 or so.
It's a couple years away. I think it was like 93 or 4 when he did it.
Yeah,
we got a lot of
94.
Memphis wrestling where I'm from because other Southeast Kentucky.
You
And
got
so we
Jerry
got a lot of like
Jarrett and the
Dirty Dutch
the Jerry
Mantel,
Lawler,
Jerry the King Lawler,
Jerry
you know.
Lawler, Jerry Jarrett, Dutch
They had Macho Man
Mantel.
Randy Savage before he went to the WWF. Yeah.
Who's that Australian
they
guy
were
that's
hot
real
in there.
short? It was a short guy.
Superstar Bill Dundee.
Dundee's son-in-law.
Superstar Bill Dundee.
Who was Dundee's son-in-law who married Dundee's daughter?
Oh, was it
Bobby?
Austin
Beautiful
Idol?
Bobby Eaton. Beautiful Bobby Eaton.
Bobby Eaton, yeah.
And Dundee was his father-in-law. Yeah, he married the daughter of
and they had
Dundee.
what's his name? Austin Idol.
Yeah, I like Austin Idol. Yeah, the heartthrob. Austin Idol.
Yeah. Jim Cornette and Jimmy Hart were down there. Memphis was hot there for a while, man. They were like better than WWF.
Who else was there? Y'all had a great announcer too at that place. God, I can't remember his name, but it wasn't Gordon Soley,
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
but that Nashville announcer who worked for the Jarretts, that was a good dude.
Wasn't Gordon Soley in Florida? Yeah. Gordon Soley
Florida.
was in Florida, I think.
Yeah, Florida, and then
they had some crazy angles down there with
16
Kevin,
by 9.
Kevin Sullivan did that thing. You remember Kevin Sullivan was like the doctor, the master of evil or something?
Yeah, some kind of like Antichrist, devil.
He was like Charles Manson type character.
Yeah,
it was wild, dude.
He had been
He had that big old dude named Purple Haze. And
actually, I guess it was his wife first.
Yeah, woman was
woman was his wife, and then she married Benoit. Yeah, she was something else.
Sullivan just died recently too.
Yeah, he did. He it seemed like his last 10 years they went real quick, because I watched him every now and
Chase
then.
back. He couldn't stay out. We're talking about wrestling.
What's up, bro?
Yeah, man. I grew up watching live wrestling, NWA Central States, early Shawn Michaels, back when Marty Jannetty was the star of the team.
I really like Marty better. I like Marty's moves better.
Slick.
Yeah, Slick. King, Big Boss Man.
4-time champion Ric Flair.
I was about to say Ric Flair was one of my favorites.
Woo! Classy Freddie Blassie.
Met him at a restaurant in Atlanta one time. What was the name of that place? It was right next to the airport, and they were
On my
seafood,
phone because I got
famous
my
for their
Bills
oysters.
game on, so.
Spawn Divots. That was it. Spawn Divots right next to the Atlanta airport. We're in there eating, and look up, Ric Flair sitting at the bar, brushing his hair in the damn mirror. It was like, well, that's
that's classic Flair.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, my mom went and hit on Marty Jannetty, and it pissed Shawn Michaels off. And this was at one of the local restaurants / bars downtown. So, yeah, my mom always hated Shawn Michaels because of that.
Man, those were the days, man. That was when wrestling was awesome.
What was the name of that?
Spawn Divots had some cool T-shirts.
Bobby Eaton. What was the name of the tag team Bobby Eaton? Was it the Midnight Express?
Midnight Express.
Yeah.
Midnight Express.
Yeah, Bobby Eaton and
Dennis Connery. And then after Dennis Connery, they had Stan Lane.
Stan Lane, you know.
Yeah,
Jimmy Cornette was
he's
the
actually
manager.
a really nice guy.
Jim Cornette is a national treasure, by the way.
Yeah,
He is.
Jimmy.
He is.
Goddamn.
He is.
I want double
The problem
cheeseburger,
is he's one of the
motherfucker.
national treasures you need to take the battery out of at night.
Triple cheese. Hold the mayo.
Yeah, you'd have
You
to.
know,
You kind of have to.
yeah, he has a. Sorry, plugging in the phone. He has a few temper
Yeah, he gets pissed.
issues.
He tried to punch Santo Marino in the face one time at like some kind of convention or something. Santino Morelli or whatever his name was, and the guy had the little snake puppet.
Yeah, he slapped him. He was mad. They were at a show. It was an OVW show.
He was awesome.
And they were at a show, and Santa Morello was going to start working there. And Boogeyman was in the crowd. And so Boogeyman was in the crowd. And when Boogeyman was in the crowd, scaring the crowd, all the crowd's supposed to go crazy and get scared. And then Santa Morello's just kind of laughing, sitting there. And Jimmy got that on the camera. And when they got that on the camera, Jimmy was so pissed that, there's this motherfucker. This motherfucker's not.
Yeah.
Who is it? And then he went just ape shit. And when he saw him backstage, that's when he slapped the shit out of Santino. And Santino was there with his fucking kid too.
Hey, good night, guys. Thanks for letting me hop on, man.
Hey,
yeah, man. Hey, did you watch the movie?
Mark,
did you watch the movie?
I forgot I bought that thing. What was the name of it?
Pawn Shop Chronicles.
Yeah, from walking here to the bed, I completely forgot I bought it. I don't even remember what I watched that night.
You'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
Take care of it. Man.
Open it up right now so I don't forget because I got to walk all the way to the bed now.
All right, good night.
I can't believe I forgot that, dude. That fast. Completely forgot. All right, y'all have a good night.
He may have drank too many tonics, but he is Legion of Comics.
Yeah, it's about that time.
Yeah, I know, bro.
Yeah, I'm ready to go to bed. I'm keeping my mama up, so I need to go to bed.
I'm gonna try to stay up long enough to watch the last 30 minutes of the Daredevil episode 6.
Sweet. I want to finish trying to watch. I'm going to try to finish watching my boy Mark Singer in V, the television series that you can watch for free. You can watch it for free. You watch it for free on Plex.
I saw him.
There's an app called Plex. You can watch it for free on. It's for V.
Plex, cool.
Yeah, Plex. It's
Mark Singer was in one of the better episodes of the first season of Highlander.
Highlander
He played the old Viking with the axe. He was great.
Axe. And he got him in that lake. Remember? They fought in that lake.
That was it.
Dude. We love our Highlander. God damn, we love our Highlander.
Such a good show, man.
Yeah.
I about got all the Innovation comics too.
That's awesome. Dude.
They got some awesome covers on them. The Dave Dorman covers.
For those of you wondering, it is now.
I'm out, gentlemen. Party on, Wayne.
All right. Good night, y'all.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, chat.
Good night, everybody. Thanks, Kev. Thanks, Jay. Thanks, Matt.
Yep. See y'all next week.